Welcome to our CompuVoIP training channel. I will be providing training on the use of your customer portal. You can use the customer portal to configure your phone's many powerful features. Time frames. You have the ability, with answering rules, to specify how calls to your extension should be treated. Callers during business hours can be treated with one set of rules. Off-hour callers can be treated differently. If you will be out of the office for business or vacation, you can specify how you want your calls treated during that time. We will learn how to specify these answering rules later in this tutorial. First, we need to learn how to specify timeframes because we'll need them when we create our answering rules. Click on the Timeframes tab. When the Timeframes tab opens, any existing timeframes are displayed. Your administrator has more than likely defined the business hours timeframe. Hover your mouse over the Days and Times field. You will see the days and hours for which this timeframe is defined. To create a new timeframe, click the Add Timeframe button. A new dialog box will open. Specify the name of the new timeframe in the name box. Choose from one of the three options that fit your goal. Let's create an off-hours timeframe. Let's specify the name as off-hours in the name field. Now, we'll click on Days of the Week and Times button and the screen expands. We'll click on Sunday and then drag the left slider and right slider so that the entire day is covered in blue. We'll click on Monday and then click on the Add button on the far right to add an additional slider as there will be 2 off times for this day. We'll adjust the left slider so that it starts at 12 a.m. and ends at 8:59 a.m. We'll adjust the right slider so that it starts at 5 p.m. and ends at 11:59 p.m. We'll repeat this for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll make Saturday look like Sunday. We click Save to save this time frame. When we return to the Timeframes tab, the new off-hours time frame is listed. Hover your mouse over the days and times and confirm that the times we set are specified. Let's look at another type of time frame. Click the Add Timeframe button and in the dialog box that opens, let's name this time frame Vacation, and then let's click the Specific Dates or Ranges button. When I click this button, the specific dates or ranges fields are displayed. Let's assume we are on vacation 1/4/16 to 1/6/16 and 1/11/16 to 1/14/16. First, click the first field and use the calendar to choose 1/4/16. Tab to the next field and use the calendar to enter 1/6/16. Click the plus button to the right to add another range. Enter 1/11/16 and 1/14/16 into the next 2 boxes and then click Save. Your new time frame is now listed. Next, we'll show you how to use these time frames when creating answering rules. Answering rules. The Answering Rules tab gives you access to very powerful tools that allow you to control how calls to your extension are handled. Please note that when no answering rules are in effect, calls will ring only your extension. So, if you choose not to use this feature, your phone will operate normally. Click on the White Allow Block button if you want to specify any numbers from which you do not wish to accept calls. You can also choose to click the box Block Anonymous or Unknown if you wish to block calls of these types. Click Done when you have completed your activity here. Note the Ring For field in the upper left corner. This value specifies the length of time that the system will perform the answering rule that is in effect at the time a call is received. If the call is not answered within this time frame, the call will be transferred to voicemail. This value can be modified by clicking on the drop-down menu and choosing a value that meets your needs. To create a new answering rule, click on the blue Add Rule button in the upper right of the screen. In the dialog box that opens, you will specify details about this new rule. First, choose the time frame during which the answering rule will be in effect by clicking on the drop-down menu. If you wish to have all calls forwarded, click the Do Not Disturb box. Calls can be forwarded to an extension or an outside phone number. If you wish to require that your callers identify themselves before they are allowed to reach your extension, click the Call Screening box. In the Call Forwarding section of this dialog box, you can indicate under what conditions you wish your calls to be forwarded. Click Always if you want calls to be forwarded all the time. Use the box to specify the number to which to forward your calls. Click on Active, On Busy, when unanswered, or when offline if you want calls to be forwarded under any of those conditions. Don't forget to specify the number to which to forward your calls under those conditions. Have you ever had the situation where you are chained to your desk waiting for an important call, only to have the call come through during the 3 minutes that you step away from your desk? With Simultaneous Ring, you can specify which additional phones you wish to ring when callers dial your extension. Click the Simultaneous Ring checkbox if you want to enable this feature. If you have multiple phones registered to your extension, you can specify that they ring when callers dial your extension by clicking Ring All Users' Phones. You can add additional numbers that should ring by entering them in the box. For additional numbers, click the Add icon to the right of the box. If you wish to introduce a delay before the additional numbers are tried, you can click on the box to the right of the phone number with the clock and the 0 and use the slider to specify how many seconds the system should wait before trying that phone number. You have the option to specify that the system verify that off-net numbers, like your cell phone or home phone, are answered by a human before connecting your caller to that number. If you wish this verification to take place, check the Answer Confirmation for Off-Net Numbers box. Anyone answering the off-net phone will be required to push 1 to confirm that a human has answered the call. If Simultaneous Ring is not selected, only the user's extension will ring when callers dial their extension. Please visit us at www.compuvoip.com and click on the Support button.